Welcome, everyone. Welcome once again to In Touch. Once again, Dr. John Nowicki is with us. Nowicki Chiropractic, and above all, wellness. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, why would you answer any other way, right?
Yeah.
After what I just said.
There you go, right? Oh, my God.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, Aaron.
Now, where have you been off to since I talked to you last?
You know, it's interesting. I haven't had any seminars in the last month or so. I've got one coming up in another 3 weeks down in Chicago.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. More in the trauma care that we do, the auto accident care, examination, documentation, and also the clinical part of it, how to get people recovered as quick as possible. So that's coming up in Chicago at the end of September, and then I've got another one on the postural correction that we do in October. It's the fall or the annual conference, and it's going to be held in Lake Geneva. So traveling at least once before I see you next.
Sure.
So
You're leading the way when it comes to chiropractic care.
well, trying to. Absolutely. In our clinic, sometimes there's some confusion out there. People go, well, Doc, what are you doing all this other stuff for? Well, the research shows that adjustments alone don't give long-term effects as far as the changing of the shape of the spine. Mm-hmm. And to get long-term benefits, we brought in corrective postural traction. Sure. And what that does is, for instance, if you've got your mid-back, you're caving in and you're starting to get the little old lady look, the nursing home posture for a guy look, we can help to turn that around, or at the very least stop it with the traction that we have now. You should have a forward curve in your neck. That allows your neck to function properly, pain-free, but also allow the energy to flow through the spinal cord to other areas of your body. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that curve in your neck, we've got traction devices to help restore that normal curve gently and comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay. So that helps to give a long-term change. So then when we're done with our care plan, we know we've done something more than just give you short-term relief. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the complaints we see people come in with is, oh, I had this done and that done, but nothing really got rid of it. Nothing gave me long-term relief.
Right.
Okay. So that's why we do all that we do. I don't believe health comes in a bottle. So, drugs, surgery, after what we do, even supplements. It's kind of funny. Somehow we're the only species on the planet that thinks every one of us needs a separate individual diet. Yet if you go, I saw a Milwaukee County Zoo ad on the way in at your lobby here. You go to the zoo, the veterinarians, they're going to give an optimal diet for boa constrictors, for giraffes, for elephants. They're not going to give a separate diet for each one of those animals. And therefore, in our office, I don't do a lot of supplementation. I think a good multivitamin, fish oils, man, you got those two, a little bit extra vitamin D thrown in. You don't need a lot more out there.
Right? What does the fish oil do?
Well, fish oil is anti-inflammatory, but it also is important for nervous system function and nerve cell health. So, for instance, people that have gone through a whiplash, strain to the nervous system, a concussion, the fish oils are really important to help that nervous system heal as quickly as possible.
And they're what they call omega-3s, right?
Yeah, the omega-3s, the EPA and DHA, and they're super important for the health of the nervous system. Mm-hmm. But you don't need as much as most people think, and I hear people out there talking about all the supplements they're taking, and I'm thinking, man, if we just tweaked your diet, you're buying food anyways, you may as well buy food that keeps you healthy. That's where we really shift in the office. I'm not in the supplement sales business. I'm in the business of giving you a healthier spine so that your body can utilize the good food that you do eat versus junk food that maybe we shouldn't eat as much of or at all.
Well, there's a purpose that we have these different things in our diet.
Absolutely.
Each one has their purpose.
Well, yeah, and one thing that has no purpose is sugar. And, if you can avoid that, you do yourself some huge good. And we've got 2 books in our office that were both written by cardiac surgeons, one by Dr. Gundry, and his diet and actually has been shown by research to unclog arteries And the main goal of his diet is to get you off of sugar and foods that have a high glycemic index. In other words,
Yeah.
foods that turn into sugar as you eat them, and they get digested. And that all has a really negative effect on the health of your body. So those are things that we aim for to help patients with and guide them nutritionally. It doesn't have to be a pile of vitamins every time you come into the office, for certain. There's a time and a place for it.
Sure.
With helping our patients recover from concussions. There's nutritional supplementation that we do, but it's for a short time. Most patients can get off that relatively quick. So let's talk a little bit about our current testimonials playing.
Yes.
We're always blessed to have so many patients share their stories, and we do those recordings quarterly when you come in and help us with our events that we do at the office, our fundraising events. One of them is Paul King. He's playing on the radio right now. Great guy. His problem was, ex-military, ex-construction work. The guy worked hard. I mean, he's, Labor Day was just yesterday.
Right.
I mean, it's an honor of people like him, right? And he came in and literally couldn't walk. I mean, he just couldn't walk in any great distance. He's coming over with the VA Choice system that they now have, which is just wonderful. We got another patient coming in today with that. And now, he's able to walk. He stated, I could walk into Walmart all the way back to the sporting goods section. He says, before coming in, I couldn't do that. He said, I'd have to take a break and find somewhere to sit halfway back.
Sure.
He says, just getting through the parking lot was enough work for him. His main goal was to get out there and do some trout fishing, and he's been able to do that. So just really love working with him.
I wondered about that, because that's not the easiest walking either.
Trout fishing?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no. I mean, and you're a trout fisherman, so you're stumbling and working through brush and unstable footing if you're in a stream. But if it's something that you've been used to and you want to do, that's a huge negative. You start to feel like
that's really a plus, because you're not on level ground, for instance.
Exactly. That just
and
shows
your body's able to compensate.
Perfect. It just shows how far he's come from where he was at.
Sure.
And is he perfect yet? No, but we're working towards it.
Yeah.
And he's doing really well. Another one that you'll hear playing current testimonials is a husband and wife team, Ron and Sherry Lindelbauer.
Right.
Ron's telling me right now he's got so much energy. He's able to remodel his house when he's done with work. He's got a big project going on, and he's got the energy to do it. He says instead of coming home from work feeling like he's just dogging it, and he works shift work, so that's rough on the body. His wife had a really nasty car accident many years ago, was hurting big time coming in, and has done really well. And now she's on wellness care to maintain it, so she doesn't slip back. Wellness care is a choice in our office. We focus on helping people stay well, but you don't have to choose it if you don't want. But if you think about it, we maintain our cars. You buy a brand new car, you spend $30,000, $40,000 on that car. 3 months later, you're in there getting the oil change. You're following through on the care schedule to keep it as new as possible, to slow that aging process down. You may get the tires and wheels realigned and so forth to keep them wearing longer. Your house, if you don't maintain your house, houses that are up for sale where the owner's gone, right? It starts to look like a pretty sad looking house really quick. If you're not out there painting and mowing the lawn and so forth. So we maintain our houses. Maintaining your spine, no different than maintaining relationships. If you don't put energy into a marriage, things start to fall apart pretty quick. Same thing with your spine. People will come in, they've had traumas, they've got stress that's built up. We can help them recover from that, but also keep them from going back to where they were.
Yeah.
And I love my patients that come in pain and help us get them out of pain. But I really love working with people that are more performance-minded, where they say, you know what, my body's doing so much better, Doc, after 3 months. I want to keep it performing this way. I want to keep it performing at a higher level so I can enjoy my life.
Sure.
Whether they're 25 and they've got really young children, or they're middle-aged and they're starting to say goodbye to their kids and they're like, ooh, what are we going to do with our free time? or when they're grandparents and they want to play with their grandkids and make memories with them. That's what performance maintenance care is all about, to keep you performing at the higher level.
Sure.
So you can get out there and keep enjoying things instead of saying, well, I'm going to cut myself loose and just drift and just rely on luck. Well, most of the time, that's what got people into coming into our office in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
So,
I recall that when we first started doing these testimonials,
yeah,
that was the case, where people wanted to tell everybody how young they feel.
yeah.
And they were older people. They were retired, most of them.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
have a lot of retired folks coming in. In fact, this morning, one patient's a couple years from retiring, a new patient, and another patient's been retired for 25 years. So we see a lot of folks that are, I hate to use a term elderly, because I get ARP now, their magazine in the mail.
Yes,
So people my age, we see a lot of people my age. Let's just put it that way.
Watch it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
admitting it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I've got gray hair, and I've earned every
right.
one of them, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
I won't dye my hair. I won't wear a wig. If it all
Yeah,
falls off,
that's right.
it's cool.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm okay with aging. I just want to age as healthy as I can,
That's right.
as active as I can. I love paddleboarding. I love getting out there and living active. Snowshoeing season's coming up, hunting season's coming up. My wife, she's looking forward to getting her first deer with a crossbow this year. So we're out there baiting the stand already, get things going. I'm not a sit down and just watch TV kind of guy, though. Packer season's coming. I'll do my fair share of butt time. But
That's right.
over the weekend, I was out all 4 days, enjoying that weather, out paddleboarding,
Yeah.
hit the Fortune Lake chain
Sure.
yesterday. I want to live active. And that's the kind of patients we attract.
That's right.
If you're out there saying, nah, I'm hurting and I can sit on the couch all day, it's okay with me, we're probably not a good match. But if you're out there saying, you know what, I gave up bow hunting, I gave up golf, that's the last summer I want to give up golf. I want to do something about it. Then we're a better match, because we're going to set goals and targets so that we know we're getting you the way you want to be.
Right.
Because it's not getting out of pain that counts so much. It's getting you back into the game of life.
Yeah.
And life goes by at the speed of life. And before you know it, you keep procrastinating, and those days will be gone. We'll all be just memories.
Yeah.
So we got to make as many memories for our loved ones as we can that we're going to leave behind. Get out there, live active, hunt with the grandkids, golf with them,
Sure.
boat with them, fish
Sure.
with them, camp with them, do all the stuff that you want to do with your grandkids, your kids, your wife, your buddies. Those are the kind of people that we want to attract, because we
Yeah.
do really well with them.
Sure.
People
Sure.
like Don Lance up in Felch.
Yeah.
He's one of our testimonial folks, too.
Yeah.
The guy couldn't even bend his head backwards at all.
Yeah.
Came in, terrible pain, doing great. All right, doing great. Love working with him. Linda Johnson, another lady up by the Felch area that is living more active now. She's got grandchildren to keep up with. Just got her a second one. Those kind of folks, we love working with them.
That's right.
Linda's coming in regularly, maintaining herself, keeping herself healthy so she can be active, do the things she loves doing. Joe Stoll came in, reactivated, had been in a car accident, did great. He's released from care right now. Man, he's back to fishing,
right.
driving, enjoying life again. The soft water, open water season's coming to an end, and he's out there fishing and enjoying life. He's also involved in maintaining the trails down in
That's
Pembine.
right, yeah.
So, busy guy.
Yeah, he
But
is.
give us a call, 779-1300. It's only $20 to come in. We do that to reduce two things: procrastination, but also, the money issue. Come on in and get yourself checked out. If it's something I think we can help, we'll let you know.
You will.
Yeah.
You'll fix it. I know you will. Dr. John Nowicki with us. Nowicki Chiropractic and Wellness. Call him.
779-1300.
For In Touch. I'm Aaron Harper.